Three new male accusers now say Sean today in New York. The lawsuits filed anonymously allege a pattern of conduct similar to what other Combs accusers have alleged, saying that Combs would invite them for a meeting, they would have a drink, get woozy, and then wake up to Combs raping them. For more. So tell us about these new civil lawsuits that have been filed. And is this the first time that the accusers have actually been men? I mean, we did hear from one accuser in the past couple of weeks, right, Aaron? So it seems like more men are coming forward.
As a trio filed by a plaintiff's attorney named Thomas Giuffre, who says he had more than 60 people come to him to ask about suing Sean Combs, and he only filed these three that he says he was able to vet. He says they followed a pattern of people coming into Sean Combs's orbit in one way or another, being plied with a spiked alcoholic drink, and then waking up. Combs anyone has called these new accusers liars. One of the men worked for Combs, and he says that he went to a meeting arranged at a hotel where Combs was saying to talk about some kind of monetary payment for jobs that he never got paid for. That's when he says he was attacked.
We will follow all the details and all the investigations because they don't seem to be going away. Just the lawsuits continued to grow.
When it comes to the world of hip-hop, few names resonate as powerfully as Jay-Z and Diddy. They've been celebrated as icons, moguls, and pioneers in the industry, but recent revelations have cast a shadow over their legacies. A former bodyguard of Jay-Z has stepped forward, claiming to expose shocking details about the rapper's alleged connections with Diddy. Now, with a new lawsuit alleging disturbing crimes, the spotlight is burning brighter than ever on these two figures.
You understand? But they don't know throughout the years the shit that was on me every time I hear this kid music, every time because I knew God put me there. You understand? God put me there. But I had the wrong principle. I had Puff. So when we got to that light, instead of stopping at the light, as soon as I got in the car, Kenny, run the next three lights. Run the next three lights, Kenny. We jet through the light. The killer was right there at the light. He had just walked up to me less than 5 minutes prior to killing the notorious Big. Do you understand? He was right there at the light, parked. It wasn't no drive-by. Don't listen to these people. It was no drive-by. The guy was parked in the car. When Big stopped at the light, he pulled out the parking space, bow, 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 turned the corner.
So you were told to drive through the light?
I told our driver to drive through the light. And, like when I was telling Steve, right? I told Steve, I said, Steve. Steve said, well, you have law enforcement, or is you part of the military? I said, no. My job as being a New York State parole officer, we trained with a lot of agencies, different agencies. They gave courses and everything like that. And this is how good God is. 2 weeks prior to going to California, I took a class called Interrogation and Surveillance. And in that class, we had to learn how to interrogate somebody. We had to learn how to do certain surveillance. We had to learn, and they taught us tricks whereas you can find out if somebody following you. And in that course, it said, take 3 lights, run 3 right. Make 3 rights, take 3 lights. that car's behind you, somebody following you. If you run 3 lights and that person run those same 3 lights that you ran, somebody's following you.
According to a lawsuit filed in the Southern District of New York, both Jay-Z and Diddy stand accused of crimes that allegedly took place over 2 decades ago. The lawsuit, originally targeting Diddy, was recently amended to include Jay-Z as a defendant. The claims are harrowing. The plaintiff, referred to as Jane Doe, claims that following the MTV Music Video Awards in 2000.
So when I got in the car, because I wanted to ride on the side of the car. Back then I'm 265. Right now I'm 320. You know what I mean? I would have been the first one to been shot.
But everything you've said, Gene, even listening to your story, you talk about the college night. You said people are going to die. You said to Big somebody's going to die. Did you have a feeling? Are you connected to something where you feel that something's going to go wrong, or do you always think that way?
Nothing beat the ambush, bro. And I don't always think that way.
It wasn't paranoia, like you're saying that shit every day where eventually you're going to get 1 out of every 100, right?
If you have people with street knowledge and gangsters, Chaz told me, yo, they coming at y'all. You understand? The dude that was hanging with Jodeci, yo, we ain't going to the party, bro. It's gonna be some bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? It don't take a rocket scientist. You understand what I'm saying? To see something and know that something gonna happen. And it's a possibility.
Why wasn't he more protected?
Because Puff wouldn't pay for security. I told Kirk Burrows, man, we need more security, bro. How the hell you just got me, Kenny, for Puff, and you got Paul and somebody for Big, but all of them, they got entourage, they got other people. Come on, bro.
See when Biggie dies, does that enhance Puff's stock with the rights he's got from Biggie's music?
Oh, come on. Sold 10 million. He sold 10 million. Big got like 7 million out of a 10 million album. Yo, if you sell 10 million albums, right, that's about $200 million. $180 million, something like that. You know?
The details of the allegations are deeply disturbing. According to the lawsuit, Jane Doe was outside the awards show venue, hoping to attend an after-party, when a limousine driver approached her, claiming he worked for Diddy. The driver allegedly told her she fit what Diddy was looking for.
Yes, he did. We put him on suicide watch.
Oh, he wanted to kill himself.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine. I mean, you feel partially responsible for 9 people dying, including a pregnant woman, which is technically 10 if you think about it.
Yeah. I think that he was on suicide watch because he thought he lost everything.
Yeah, that too. And then you kind of separate yourself from Puffy at that point?
I separated myself from Puff. I wasn't dealing with him no more. But he still was a part of the same gang, and D. Ferg loved him. D. Ferg had some kind of genuine love for this cat, like, yo, we gotta look out for him, man. He talking about committing suicide, and he talking about, doing crazy shit to himself, man. We gotta watch him, man. He don't know how he gonna feed his baby. I think Tim Dog and Eddie F from Heavy D and the Boys was paying his bills or something at the time, and D. Ferg was helping him out. I was like, if that's the way you feel, let him kill himself.
Well, ultimately, him leaving Uptown allowed him to create Bad Boy Records. And he ended up launching that, I think, with Arista backing him.
But see, Bad Boy Records were going to be created anyway. That was with Corey Jacobs. That's the guy who, L. Lamont something, they got caught in Virginia. They was all part of Butt Naked. and this is all documented in federal records. They got 9, 16 to life sentences. And they was the money and the backing of Bad Boy Records. You understand?
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
that's before he even got with Arista. You know what I'm saying? So they gave him the avenue to buy the studio time to get the money to the artists and the people that they was going to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of crews back at that time was doing. They was washing their money either in doing the record business, or either they were doing it and doing promotion and parties.
Right. Right. Okay. So you
From
said
there, she was taken to an after party, where she was reportedly asked to sign what she thought was a non-disclosure agreement. The lawsuit states that she was given a drink that made her feel woozy. She was then led to a room where, according to the allegations, Jay-Z and Diddy entered while Diddy and another unnamed female celebrity watched.
separate yourself from Puffy. You're doing your own thing. And then there was a situation where there was I guess, an event that the Lost Boys were at, and you and Wolf, who was one of Puffy's bodyguards, ended up getting into it.
I didn't know Wolf at the time. Wolf actually got into it with Slick because Wolf was trying to shake down Tim Dog, who was actually doing the party with him. We didn't know what the circumstance in the situation was. And my brothers and them was all from St. Louis. They were up and we were all partying. We were having a good time, even though we were working for Tim that night to watch them and the Lost Boys. And I see from a distance that Slick got Wolf trapped over, got him in the corner with his hand on his chest up by his throat, telling him to chill out. They knew each other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? So then we kind of like broke it up, and Slick told me that Wolf was trying to grab up on Tim. And I told him that I got him tonight. You know, I'm bodyguarding him tonight. I'm with him tonight. Just chill out. And Wolf wouldn't chill out, so he snatched Wolf up. So then next thing you know, Wolf had walked away, and I walked with Tim. We were going over to, I guess, where they was at the front door where they was, the people were coming in there. And then next thing I know, I heard a shot in the air, a loud shot. And it was like, now what, Slick? Now what, Slick? Slick, now what? And I looked over there. It was this guy, Wolf, that I didn't know at the time, in the middle of the party, and everybody running crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it appeared to me that he may have did the shooting in the air, but I didn't know for sure. All I could hear him say was, now what, Slick? So I just ran as fast as I could towards him and put my elbow right on the side of him. He fell down. And he got
horrifying as these allegations are, both Jay-Z and Diddy have vehemently denied the accusations. Jay-Z issued a fiery statement calling the claims idiotic and accusing the plaintiff's legal team of attempting to blackmail him. "I'm not from your world," he stated. "We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain." His legal team has gone as far as to demand that the plaintiff be identified publicly, suggesting that anonymity undermines the pursuit of truth.
It is a new hour here on Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ, and now Fox just coming out this evening. Jay-Z is being accused of at a MTV VMAs after party back in 2000, according to documents obtained by Fox News Digital tonight. The lawsuit, which was initially filed back in October, was refiled tonight in New York by an anonymous accuser claiming Jay-Z, whose full name is Sean Carter, raped her while Combs and Celebrity B watched. So that other celebrity was not named. Initially, the lawsuits Celebrity A and Celebrity B watched. Carter was named as Celebrity A in the refiled lawsuit. Representatives for Jay-Z did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital request for comment. Combs and Carter allegedly, quote, many others were present at the year-old girl was dropped off at Radio City Music Hall by a friend as she wanted to attend the MTV Video Music Awards back in 2000, according to the lawsuit. In an attempt to gain entry to the venue, she began approaching limousine drivers waiting outside the celebrity-filled event. One of the limousine drivers she spoke to claimed to work for Diddy, the lawsuit read. He told her that Combs liked younger girls and said that, quote, she fit what Diddy was looking for, not allowing her into the awards, but inviting her to an after party. The 13-year-old, quote, recognized many celebrities upon arrival at the party and was required to sign a non-disclosure agreement. However, she was not given a copy. The lawsuit here. So now Jay-Z being accused in this now 24 years ago of raping a 13-year-old alongside Diddy at an after party here. So these are the newest allegations rocking the music world this evening, and we wanted to bring that to your attention all right here on Live Now from Fox. Of course, we will continue to follow this major story as the Diddy saga continues, and now more celebrities getting caught up in it here. These new allegations rocking Hollywood and the music industry as we speak.
Similarly, Diddy's team has labeled the lawsuit a shameless publicity stunt. Over the years, Diddy has faced a series of legal challenges. Federal prosecutors have accused him of running a year-long scheme. While Diddy remains in custody and has pleaded not guilty, these allegations add to the growing storm of controversy surrounding him.
What? Lawsuit accused Diddy Combs in 2000.
Yeah.
Very Roman Polanski of them. Maybe he's got the directing bug, huh? You ever think of that? Come on.
Roman Polanski was a great director. Now you can't take that part away.
And here's our friend Ian Curl. He's going to break it down for us.
Well, Jay-Z just got named in the Diddy lawsuits. We've been saying it for a long time. And this is just the start. There's a lot more coming. Jay-Z has been accused in a civil case, and just accused, not convicted, in a civil case of raping a 13-year-old girl in the year 2000 with Diddy. This is a suit filed by Tony Busby, this dude out of Texas. And I just want to clarify what's happening in the music industry here is that this allegedly happened after she was driven to a party after the MTV Video Music Awards. Because what is coming out is that this is mainstream culture being done by most of the biggest names at the after parties of the award shows. This is like, the reason why this is crazy is because everyone knew, because it was an open secret, because it was happening in the middle of the mainstream culture. This lawsuit is from victims that are being represented by Tony Busby. He's the one that came out saying that he's representing 120 clients. He's the one that had the whole press conference that said many powerful people will be exposed. And I just want to clarify that this is boys and girls. In the first 6 complaints, it was on behalf of 2 Jane Does and 4 John Does. We've got complaints from people that were as young as 10 years old at the time. And Tony Busby is not just some random lawyer. This dude has a long, powerful career. He was on the cover of the New York Magazine in 2010 for his litigation against BP following the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. He's represented celebrity cases, rapper, all kinds of stuff. He's also got a whole bunch of other stuff going on in his life. He's got a big reputation, and he's not trying to ruin that reputation. But these are just allegations, obviously, and we don't know yet. Jay-Z put out a letter basically being like, and he actually said, I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. My guess is that just like with Diddy, what starts as a civil case will probably also become a criminal case. But I just want to read the last quote. You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types.
For Jay-Z, These accusations strike at the core of his carefully crafted public image. Over the years, he has been celebrated as a man who rose from the tough streets of Brooklyn to become a billionaire entrepreneur. His ventures, from founding Roc Nation to investments in tech and sports, have solidified his status as a cultural icon. But with these allegations, many are now questioning whether his empire has darker underpinnings.
The games. We have very strict codes of honors. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. Okay, Sean, let's see just how different you are. In most cases, I would be, waiting for judgment and trying to see what comes out in court. And like, we will see what comes out in court. But the whole industry has been talking about Jay-Z for a long time. The whole industry was talking about Diddy for a long time. This is not a secret, and we all know what's coming. And Diddy's protection obviously ran out. And maybe Jay-Z thinks that his protection is still good, but I got news for you, Jay. It's a whole new world, and the people are ready for change. And we are done with this. So it looks like Jay-Z's got 99 problems, and little boys and little girls are about to be all 99 of them. So peace.
It's a very interesting way to take the heat off the Epstein case. That's all. I mean, Jay-Z flipping on Diddy makes it look like the entire entertainment pedo network is collapsing, doesn't it? Usually they don't rat on each other because they fear retribution, but now people are coming forward like they ain't scared anymore.
Well, you think Diddy's not going to rat him out? You think Diddy's not? There's already a leak recording of him saying, "Did Jay call?" Because Jay hasn't been in touch since the thing. And he goes, "Oh, they're laughing now, but we're going to do this, and that." Jay-Z's a notorious piece of shit, okay? Even his drug dealing background, you can find the interviews that everybody ever knew him talking about it. The guy that he supposedly, when Jay was a drug kingpin, the actual guy who was the drug kingpin that Jay-Z worked for, has done multiple interviews, okay? Damon Dash did a bunch of interviews. This has been out for a long time. So I don't know, as far as thinking a criminal case, can they? Because Diddy only got grabbed on that statute of limitations thing, didn't he? Am I wrong about that?
You got me. But here is the New York Times. Jay-Z accused and sued of raping minor with Sean Combs, calls it blackmail. Wait, didn't Piers Morgan have to backtrack talking about this on his show for legal reasons? But now the New York Times is talking about it?
Not a good sign for Jay-Z. And it's very bizarre Piers Morgan walked it back because he doesn't walk back his idiotic things when he's wrong about. So that means somebody in charge over the BBC, the company that hid Jimmy Savile and God knows what else.
Yeah.
That means something in the network was like, hey, take this down because he's still in good standing. P. Diddy pissed off that Diageo company. It's not Italian. It's a British company. They just have that name. And he pissed them off, so they wanted to spank him. And Jay-Z is like being a good boy in the network, so they haven't. But it's coming out anyway. And they'll cut him loose. They'll cut all these people loose. You'll never get them all.
Adding fuel to the fire are the claims made by Jay-Z's former bodyguard. According to the Bodyguard, Jay-Z's connection with Diddy has always been more complex than it appears. He alleges that their partnership extends beyond music and business, suggesting deeper ties that could potentially implicate both men in illegal activities. While these claims remain unverified, they've sparked widespread debate among fans and critics alike.
I do not believe that all of these people are typical flesh and blood human beings.
I 100% want to just say I completely endorse that mindset. 100%. Okay, if we are talking about individuals that are so influential and powerful that they just appear and disappear from no security and they're not caught on camera and no one sees them and all this kind of stuff. There's more to this bloodline story than anyone could ever fathom. And when we start talking about the possibility of more than just, that's probably a better way of putting it for people in the side chat, more than just human. That is 100% fathomable. And if you want to go fully from a legal point of view, the American, somewhere in America, there's been this whole legal thing with the UFOs. And more than once they've confirmed that the government has been speaking to non-human entities, non-human life forms. I heard it myself, and Big Homie is nailing it here. He's absolutely hitting the nail on the head. And when it comes to DNA and things like this, for those of you who may not know, in the human DNA structure, there's a lot of what people call junk DNA, and there's theories that have got a lot of evidence behind them that junk DNA is foreign, off-world DNA that has been placed within us as almost like a secret. And this Sunday, we're doing Big Homie's off-world DNA analysis on the show. So it'd be great to have you there. Listen, you all want me to let him speak? I'm letting him speak. I've got to do my job as well. Everyone relax.
And you know, ever since I began, you know, operating, you know, with you, Beverly, Sean Atwood.
Yeah.
So I've been, I've had the flu now. I've had flu symptoms now for 27 days. And I don't find it a coincidence that I'm, you know, taking antibiotics. Not really working. You know, I receive maybe 5 Instagram calls a week. Well, when I answer it, it's different ladies who just say a quick prayer or protection prayer over me and they just hang up. I'm reaching the end of the line when it comes to my path